A theme park in the UK has recently announced a brand new ride opening in 2026. And I'm not going to lie, the teaser they gave gives huge hints towards it being a certain type of roller coaster. And when we end up talking about this and I tell you the park it's going to, you're not going to believe me. It's not one that you expect. If this isn't just my delusion speaking, we've been waiting for this moment for ages. Could an RMC actually be coming to the UK? We don't know for sure and it might not happen, but maybe. Before that teaser, there was loads of different announcements to do with this park, so I'm going to be talking about all of them, plus this potential brand new RMC. What a time to be alive. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. And whoa, no technical bleep this time, because for the first time in years and years, it's speculation time. Yes, finally, the second best series is back with a vengeance in 2024. Obviously, it's second to this past week in theme parks, and it's a really good one to start on because there is a lot of stuff going on at this theme park. So, let's crack on and actually talk about this thing. First off, the most helpful part, because if I don't tell you this, then what's the point? The theme park this may be going to. Right. Obviously, when the conversation comes up that there's a new ride coming soon, and on top of that, a new coaster that's potentially an RMC, you'd start to question, maybe this is a thought park or an Alton Towers job. No, nowhere near that. Because all of this information today that I'm going to be talking about has come from the beloved Paultons Park. Yes, I know, me talking about Paultons Park and RMC in the same video, if that comes together and happens, what is life? But the park basically put on this massive Super Fans Day event where loads of enthusiasts and just enjoyers of the park were able to come along and see behind the scenes of stuff, ride the new ride there, and even dispatch a roller coaster. Not really, but vlog coming soon. Either way, that whole day was really cool, but right at the end, there was a talk about brand new things the park were going to be doing in the future. And when I tell you, there was a lot of stuff, I'm not lying. They started off with probably the most exciting announcement that they're going to be covering the car park in solar panels. Very exciting information. Pretty much a portion of the car park is going to be covered in solar panels, hopefully by next year, and it's going to generate renewable energy for the park to use. You know, that's for the RMC I'm talking about. In the corner of the car park as well, there's a brand new 5G signal tower coming in. Oh, the best information. And because this is speculation time, let's speculate about what that 5G signal tower could be. Could it be a drop tower? All that aside, we then got to the very interesting part of the talk, where they showed a timeline of all the different projects they have been working on since it opened. You had Lost Kingdom in there, Tornado Springs, my favourite new area on there being pathway improvements, and that's all a very interesting timeline. And it's even more interesting when you look to the far right and see 2025 Ghostly Manor and a question mark over 2026. And I'll cover 2025's new ride, the Ghostly Manor, very briefly, because I'm going to make a separate video about that soon. Oh my god. So there's this video about a potential RMC, that, and a vlog coming. Paultons Park, you're giving me too much to do. As I said, it's called Ghostly Manor and it's set to be in the old 4D cinema building, and they've already started work on it. On the fencing outside, you can see blasters and ghosts and paranormal activity. I have actually talked about that before, but we don't even have to speculate over that anymore, because they've basically told us the whole premise of the ride already, because they've showed us how the ride system's going to work, how the storyline's going to play out, all the scenes and the basic sort of gist of the ride, and that it's going to be opening next year in May. Like I said, I will talk more in depth about that in the future. So subscribe so you don't miss that video. But all that being revealed was extremely exciting, as was the thing that followed, the teaser for a brand new 2026 ride. And I don't know if they just did this on purpose or maybe if it was just a coincidence, but it does look like an RMC. They showed us this clip. Behold. Now you may be thinking, Dan, you're stupid. How on earth is that an RMC? Well, if we bring out my speculation time brain and take out my tiny brain that's my normal one, there are a lot of things to keep an eye on in this teaser, and it's very, very cool. And I'm probably looking way too deep into it, but oh well. First of all, we can obviously tell that this is going to be a Viking and Nordic themed area. And they've been doing really well themed areas for a long time now. Some of the best in the UK. So to see a Viking area, damn. We've never had any areas in the UK based on Vikings. And it was pretty obvious from what everyone was saying at the park that day that that announcement was set to be for a brand new roller coaster. So whether it's a Viking themed area with multiple flat rides, there's definitely going to be a coaster in there too. But obviously, where do we get the RMC speculation from? Well, as you can see, the structure holding up that steel logo sign is wooden. A wooden structure holding up a steel sign. You see where I'm going with this? They then crank the wooden turntable thing and the logo flips upside down and it holds there for quite some time, which obviously shows that's quite important. But why would the logo turn upside down? What's so important about that? Well, from that video and also talking to people at the park, they're very hush about a ride at Poulton's Park going upside down. And it wouldn't seem like they pushed that away completely because, well, Chessington is a family park and they've just built Mandrill Mayhem that goes upside down twice. Poulton's already have Cyclonator, which is basically a thrill ride in itself. And other than the fact that they have literally been pushing away questions saying whether it's going upside down or not, saying that's too borderline of a question, they have also said that the park is going to change a lot in 5 to 10 years. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're getting a somewhat thrilling coaster with an inversion in, and that's their stepping stone to an even bigger market. So we pretty much know that it's going to be upside down. We know it's going to flip 180 degrees and then stay there for the rest of the ride. But like I said, the structure of that logo's sort of holding up stand is made out of wood and the logo itself is steel. And if you don't know what an RMC is, it's a roller coaster that has steel track and that's held up by wooden supports. That and the fact that RMCs are known for going upside down, surely, right? A Viking-themed RMC at Poulton's Park would go insanely hard, and I would love to see that happen. And this is so incredibly random, but thank you, Jacob, for sending me this. In a random Peppa Pig World POV that is a 360 video made by the park, as you're leaving the station, if you turn the 360 camera round to the back, you can see a man wearing a Rocky Mountain Construction t-shirt. Now, this is either a massive coincidence, just a massive joke, or I'm delusional. But if it is an RMC, how thrilling could that RMC go? As I said, the park management were hinting at the fact that the park is going to change a lot and that inversion may happen on a ride soon. So if that is the case, we could see 1 or 2 inversions on it. With Storm Chaser and Cyclonator already being a step up to family thrill level, could we see the next one? Like I've said, I'm just repeating myself here. It would be so funny because I know everyone at Thorpe Park would be fuming. But I'm not going to sit here and say that it is definitely an RMC. Like in the title, it says maybe with a question mark or something along those lines. It's not confirmed, we're just speculating. I mean, it could still be that water coaster that they planned ages ago and this sort of steel and wooden thing is just sort of the theme of the area. You never know. Or it could be some form of Intamin coaster that's got a launch, or maybe like a quad bike coaster. Oh my god, that definitely doesn't suit a Viking theme, but oh please, Poultons, do it. But with what it does in the teaser, I definitely could see an RMC happening. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm definitely going to be doing a video soon where I build an RMC in that plot of land because I think that'd be so funny. And also that's another video added to the list, for God's sake. And make sure you leave your thoughts on this all in the comments below. Night.